Hurricane is an agency that focuses on working with leadership teams and marketing teams to help them find essentially what we call their zag, i.e. what makes them different in the marketplace. So when everyone else is zigging, you need to zag. So in this market, we call that whole approach zagology. It's a philosophy that says don't be different, be radically different. It's an attitude that says hunt down conventions in your business like they're criminals. And the final bit is it's a framework, so it's a whole load of practical tools that we've developed as a company that helps create that catalyst for leadership teams and marketing teams to go back and create those game-changing ideas within their business.
So do you think companies need to be radical now in this day and age?
100%. I think we are living in unprecedented times. It's something that we call the crazy age. And in the crazy age, everything's up for grabs, everything's in flux. Whether you look at turmoil in financial markets, the recent recession, the last mantra from the last recession was think differently. Think differently isn't good enough anymore. You've got to be radically different. If you're a market maker, an innovator or a challenger, and you're trying to take on established market leaders, you would ask yourself the issue, which is your idea crazy? No, is it crazy enough? And that's the kind of area that we try to help companies get to grips with and understand.
So how does social media fit into this craziness?
Yeah, so social media to us is probably one of the biggest game changers affecting everybody, whether you're a HR director, a customer services director, a marketing director. It's kind of galvanizing everybody, whether you're kind of got your own Twitter account, a LinkedIn account or a Facebook account. You're aware and conscious of this whole social space. One of the things that a lot of companies are trying to do is work out how social media can innovate their business so they can achieve these accelerated growth or survive or thrive or whatever it is they're trying to do. I think one of the big problems is that middle management aren't necessarily digital natives, and this whole kind of social media space is something they're all looking behind and going, well, who in my organisation and team can really help me understand this? So what we're finding is that the younger, more innovative companies are much further ahead than maybe the larger established players. It's not just about having a Facebook account or a Twitter account, trying to use that as part of a campaign. There's many, many ways you can use these social tools, and for companies I think it's education first to understand what are the tools that are available, build some form of strategy, and most importantly, stop learning and do something about it. There's not a lot of companies who are actually doing things. There's a lot of talk. And I think the beauty of social media is when you give individuals the freedom to do what they need to do and trust them to get out there and sell your company. I think YouTube is a fantastic platform. Obviously, set up 5 years ago, their first hit, I think there was news last week that they're now getting 2 billion hits a day. That shows you how popular video is as a medium. I love video because it's easy, it's digestible, it's quick, it's kind of, I think it's made for the modern world in terms of fast consumerism and we need information quick. So yeah, I'm a big fan of YouTube.
Should a business be looking at video?
Yeah, 100%. I think there's lots of other platforms out there that companies can do. I think there's a fear that, as a business, should we be on YouTube? So we have our own YouTube channel, but I think every business needs to. Obviously, it's the main player in the market. It's going to get more traffic than anywhere else. So I definitely think that businesses, whether it's kind of trying to help out with product information, trying to help out with demonstrations of what your product does, or almost irrelevant marketing, a bit like the old Cadbury's Gorilla. You know what I mean? People need to be entertained in B2B. So the more interesting and irrelevant stuff you've got out there, which kind of makes your company look interesting and people will share that content around, is all part of, generating the conversation online. Clients need a reason to maybe want to do a video-based case study because it costs a little bit more. But obviously if there's full tracking and hotspots within that video, so you can actually say, well, you know what, it cost us $5,000, but we had 200,000 people watch it and 50,000 people clicked to this product sheet, 20,000 people went to this website. It just tangibilizes it.
So where do you see this all going? If you've got a crystal ball, where's social media? Where do you think it'll be in 1 year time?
Do you know, I'd be stupid to predict it. It changes so quickly. We are living in this crazy age. I don't think anybody can, with any certainty, can predict where we're going to be in a year, 2, 3 years time.